Welcome to Burping It Out podcast with Anna Regina. I'm Anna Regina, and this is Burping It Out, where we don't say what we think, we burp it out. Today, we're going to talk about something that I've been thinking about lately, and that is short-term motivation, as you could probably hear in the title. If you could hear a background noise, it was a chair. Maybe it was my neighbors. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What was I saying? Oh yeah, short-term motivation. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Last year, I'm not gonna tell you a lot about it because it's like not that interesting. Well, maybe, I don't know. Basically, when I was 16, I changed schools. I was in a school that I didn't want to be in. I missed my old school like hell. I actually told this story various times in previous episodes, but in case you haven't listened to those, it doesn't matter. The thing is, I was really sad for a long time, for over a year, and a huge part of the reason was because I didn't have short-term motivation. I had a blog, okay? I've had a blog since I was 11, so I never, the idea of leaving my blog never even crossed my mind because it was a hobby that I had, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I made a lot of friends through blogging who I became really, really close with, and I've had a lot of experiences, and I've learned a lot of things that I wouldn't have learned if I hadn't started blogging. So, leaving that didn't even cross my mind. And, I'm still 17 right now. So I have a lot of dreams and I have a lot of things that I want to do in the future and a lot of things that I want to, pursue and achieve and blah, blah, blah. And that is long-term motivation. And I never, but after, okay, so I'm over that. Right? That sadness, like, period, whatever. I'm over that right now. But, actually, I think like 5 months ago or something like that, I realized that short-term motivation is really important because even though I still had those motivations that kept me going, let's say, that didn't, that helped me or prevented me or stopped me or like whatever from getting depressed, but I was lacking short-term motivation, okay? Every day I went to a place where I didn't want to go. I wasn't happy going there. I was not excited about anything that was happening short-term. I wasn't excited about school. I wasn't excited about seeing anybody. I wasn't excited about literally just anything that was coming up in short-term. Had a lot of dreams, like I said, but I wasn't excited about anything that was happening in the present, let's say. So that was a huge part of why I was sad. Hi, this is me editing. You probably noticed some background noise. It was me touching the microphone while I was talking. I was actually touching one of the legs of the microphone tripod. And I thought you couldn't hear that. But now I know that you could. I'm really sorry. I hope it doesn't happen again. Let's go back to what I was saying. Because I didn't realize it back then, but I had a lot of short-term motivation because before that in my old school, I wanted to go to school every day. I was really excited. Every morning I was like, oh my God, I'm going to school. Like I'm going to see my crush. I'm going to see my friends. We're going to have a lot of fun in school. We're going to laugh a lot and blah, blah, blah. Like I actually had a lot of fun. And in my new school, I had fun, but not as much as in my old school. And, I actually had like good days and I had good times. And honestly, especially this year before this quarantine and shit, I actually had fun in class, which I didn't think was going to happen. And I've had actually more fun than last year. Even though last year I actually had fun, the thing is, like, I was a little bit, like, let's say traumatized, and I didn't, like, I still missed my old school. So, like, even if I had fun in the school that I was in, the school that I'm in, actually, I still missed the other one like hell. Um, but anyway, that's over now. Okay, I really like the school that I'm in right now. I really like the school that I was in before this one. It's just different. Okay, so I I want to talk about this because I've noticed a lot of people around me. I see that they're not that motivated short term. Okay? I'm not going to talk about long term because they're not motivated. They're not motivated long term. At least as far as I why am I talking so badly right now? Anyway, at least as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I've seen, they're not really motivated long term because they don't have like dreams at all. Like they don't have any ambition, anything at all, which is kind of depressing because what are you gonna do? You're not even you don't have any like goals that you want to like chase or pursue or whatever. You don't want to follow your dreams. You don't have dreams at all. Like that's kind of sad. And they also don't have a lot of short-term motivation. And this is what I want to talk about today because they weren't excited about going to school. Okay, I'm not the most excited about going to school. Okay, like I was before, but like I said, right now, not really. Okay, I'm not excited about waking up at 7 a.m. Well, right now, luckily, I don't have to. You know, that's one of the few good things about this quarantine. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like I wasn't excited about a lot of things that were happening, but right now, I mean, have I been excited like before the quarantine to go to school? Not that I was excited, but I was not like unhappy about it. You know, I see that a lot of people they just hate going to school like hell. And I think that a huge part of that reason is because they don't take advantage of it. They don't you know, they don't pay attention and they don't care about anything that's happening, anything that's being taught, anything that the teachers are saying, which is fine. I mean, you don't have to be interested in everything that you're seeing in school. You know, a lot of the times I find the things that we're seeing in school, I find them really interesting, and other times I just find them fucking boring. And that's totally fine. You don't have to be interested in everything. It's human that we don't feel interest in certain things, and it's fine. The thing is, like, not being interested in anything at all is really sad because it's like you must get so bored in school. Like, at least you have to be 30/40% interested in something, because otherwise it's just hell, you know? And it's not even like they're trying to get good grades, you know? Whether I'm interested in something, whether I find a subject more or less interesting, I always study and I try to, you know, do my best or something, and I try to get good grades as much as I can. And well, that's what, you know, that's what keeps me going. That's who I am. I like getting good grades. And what was I gonna say? And I think that a lot of people, because they're not motivated to do that. I mean, they're not motivated to learn. They're not motivated to get a decent grade. I'm not even telling you like a 90% on a test, like 80%, 70%, whatever. Like, they're not even motivated to do that. And I think, you know, like, imagine like not being excited about school, not being excited about getting good grades at all. It's just like, why are you in school in the first place? Okay, well, where I live, it's, you know, it's obligatory to go to school. But you know what I mean? It's like you're going to this place that you hate going, where you have, like, no motivations whatsoever. Like, I don't know. It must be really freaking sad, you know? Like, I just can't see myself, like, going to school, like, not really expecting anything huge from it, not wanting to take something from it, or, like, make something good, or, like, make my best out of going to school. Like, I just can't, like, you know, like, it makes no sense to me. Like, I understand how a lot of people are probably, like, depressed because, well, not depressed, but, like, they're just, like, kind of unhappy in that sense, like, going every day to a place where you don't want to go. And not only that, but also, like, you're not interested in, like, anything that's happening there, you know? I'm not saying, like, you should be interested in school. You can't force yourself to be interested. But I think I think that if you are someone that wants to get good grades, I think that that is really helpful, because whether you're actually interested or not in the subject, you are willing to get a good grade, you're willing to understand, you're willing to learn, and that keeps you going. At least you're not that demotivated or like, I guess like bored or that like unhappy about going to school or whatever. Like you actually want to get something good out of it. You know what I mean? It's okay if you're not interested in everything. You know, there was a point where I was interested in everything, like absolutely everything that I was seeing in school. I was totally interested in. Versus in 10th grade, I was interested in everything, everything. And then at the end of like 11th grade / the beginning of 12th grade, I was interested in nothing at all. Nothing at all. It was weird because I was interested in all of my subjects and I loved all of them, even the subjects that I wasn't taking. And I didn't take them because I couldn't, not because I didn't want to, because like I said, I loved every subject, but also I hated every subject. It's like, ew, ugh, I love it, but I also hate it. And it's like, ugh, like for instance, history, I was like, I fucking hate it, but I fucking love it. Like it's fucking interesting, but I hate it. Or like, for instance, biology, I was like, it's fucking interesting and it's so cute and it's great, but also like, it can suck my dick. Like, I don't, okay, like I'm sorry. But honestly, it was, oof. It's weird to explain, but I had a friend who actually agreed with me on this, and I was like, oh my god, like I thought nobody was gonna understand me, with this. I was like, who's gonna feel like super great and super awful about every single subject? Like, how in the fuck is that possible? And then she felt that way, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not that, abnormal, that weird, in that sense. Whether you're actually interested or not in school, there's a lot of other things that you can, or that can give you short-term motivation. For instance, I think this is what hobbies are there for. You know, for instance, maybe you don't like school, but maybe I don't know, you go to swimming practice, you go to football practice, you take piano lessons, violin lessons, I don't know, fucking bagpipe lessons. Like, whatever you like. I mean, literally. I don't go to any, like, I don't play any instruments. I don't do sport. Okay, I've been working out since the beginning of the quarantine because I like being active and it's healthy and, like, chemically it makes you feel good. And it's fun, you know, but, I wouldn't call it a hobby, because it's kind of a hobby, but interesting. I think right now it's kind of like a hobby, yeah. Yeah, because I have fun doing it, so, yeah. Okay, it's a hobby. Yeah, I work out as a hobby, yeah, why the fuck not? And you know, I have this podcast, and I have a blog, so those are my hobbies, okay? A lot of people go swimming, they do cycling, they do whatever the fuck else. Can't think of more hobbies, to be honest. There are many more, okay? Everybody has their hobbies. And yeah, I think that you have to... Am I talking weird? I feel like I am. I'm so sorry. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, whether it's in school or out of school or something, whatever it is, you need to have something that makes you want to wake up the next day. And I know that sounds really depressing, okay? That sounds very, like, anti-suicidal, and I wasn't even talking about suicide in this podcast episode. But the thing is, like, you have to be excited about something that's coming up tomorrow or this afternoon or whatever. You have to be excited about doing something in the near future, okay? You have to be, like, there must be something out there that keeps you going, okay? Because if you're not excited about anything, believe it or not, it's just, what else do you have? Like, honestly, there's a lot of things that, you know, like, I don't want to be, like, super, like, I don't want to talk about this like super existentially scary, because I don't want to talk about like depression or suicide, because this is not the thing. But like it's happiness, and it's motivation. It's I'm so sorry. What I mean is that, hi, it's me editing again. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Whether it's a hobby, whether it's school, whatever you're doing, if you have a job that you like, or if you have a job that you don't like, well, that's not really that. Well, whether you have a job that you like or not, I don't think that depends so much on you. Well, kind of, but not 100%. The thing is, there must be something that you do or that happens in your life that you are excited about, because otherwise, if you don't have short-term motivation, I'm not saying you're gonna get depressed, okay? But yeah, honestly, being excited about things is gonna make you a lot happier, and it's gonna make you have a more positive mindset, and also like live life with a better or with a happier like mindset, I guess, or like see things with a happier like point of view. Because honestly, I've seen that a lot of my friends are bitter. Like, they never said it, they never admitted it, and they were never admitted, and no one would have ever like guessed. But I think part of that reason is because they don't have a lot of motivation short term, which is pretty sad. And the saddest part is that they haven't realized it. I'm pretty sure that if they found out that was their problem, the fact that they don't have something that motivates them a lot, and they started doing something about it, they would become much happier. I'm sure about that. So yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to say. Wait, hold on. Let me look at my outline. If you think that you haven't found something that keeps you going, or that makes you like happy, or that gives you motivated, you can always look for something new. Like, you know, my go-to workouts would be, since I was like 14, they would be cycling, like a static bike, like an exercise bike, indoor bike. I don't know how they're called. Also dancing. It was also a workout routine where you do like push-ups and like squats and, well, not really push-ups. I can't burp. You know what? I'm just gonna drink. So there's that. What was I saying? Yeah, either like squats, like a, you know, workout routine, like doing a little bit of cardio and stuff. I would also go walking with my parents. I would take walks with them. And I didn't really do anything else other than that. And now I shuffle. Discovered that was that dance like style, I guess, or discipline, was a thing, around like December, January, and I started practicing, at the beginning of this quarantine. I used to cycle before that. I made this podcast, which honestly has kept me really motivated, because honestly, every time that a new episode comes up, I'm just so excited about it, because I'm really proud of the work that I'm putting in this, and I'm really happy with how this is turning out. And I don't know, I'm just really happy with it, and every time that an episode comes out is like, oh, like I'm really excited, and I just want everybody to listen to it, because it's, I don't know, like I'm actually really happy with how the content that I'm making is turning out and everything. So yeah, and I still have my blog, which is really cool, and I've done collabs and stuff, and that keeps me like motivated, like I said, because, you know, you collab with people, you work with other bloggers and stuff, and you do a collab on your blog, you do a collab on theirs. I also did a collab on my podcast, you know, a few episodes ago, and we also did a collab on her podcast. And you know, it's, you know, these little things that are not like that, they're not big things, they're like little things, but they keep you motivated, and they're not that pivotal in your life or that like big of a deal, but like there are like little things that happen every once in a while that make you excited. You know? That's what I mean. That's what I mean by short-term motivation. There's these little things that, you know, keep you going every once in a while, and they keep your mood up. They keep you happy, you know what I mean? So yeah, the conclusion, I already made it a couple of minutes ago. I don't want to just repeat it all over again. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed. Hope it wasn't lame. Hope it taught you something or made you see things a different way. I hope you related or whatever. If you want to comment, or if you have any opinions to say, or like if you want to tell me anything, you can always send me a DM on my Instagram and my Twitter at burpingitoutpod. Link is in the description. You can also send me an email, burpingitoutpod@gmail.com. You can also leave a comment on the website, burpingitoutpodcast.wordpress.com. The link to all of that is in the description. I hope you're having an amazing day. Should I burp? I think I should. I was actually going to burp at the beginning of the episode. Why am I stuttering? I was actually going to burp at the beginning of the episode, but it didn't come out. Don't know why. It was microphone shag. Probably that was a little lame. I don't know. Peace. And that was the end of the episode. Hope you liked it. This podcast is also on Twitter and Instagram at burpingitoutpod, at BURPINGITOUTPOD. You can also find me on social media at It's Anna Regina, at ITSANAREGINA. I hope you have a great day or night, and I will see you next time.